Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So we got some early reviews here for The Walking Dead season 11. I'm only gonna go through one though, and it's just one randomly. Like I chose TV Fanatic, so I'm gonna go through their comments here because I don't really know anything about them. I don't know if they're pro Walking Dead or they hate The Walking Dead. I just thought I would change it up a little bit because usually I'll do the more mainstream ones, and I'm not saying that this isn't mainstream, but I've never heard of them before. So yeah, I wanted to talk about what they're saying about the premiere. I don't know if they talk about episode 2 or not, but I know they're able to, so we'll see. But I also want to get into some other stuff about like the Rick movie and etc. There is actually quite a bit of stuff to talk about because Gail Ann Hurd did a huge interview, and man, she talked about the show a lot. And not only the show, but she talked about the Walking Dead universe, the Rick movies, and all that. So there's a lot to break down there, but obviously this is the week where the show does return, and the way I'm going to handle it, just to let you guys know, because I've been seeing a few comments on it anyways, people are wondering if I'm going to be reviewing it this Sunday. And yes, I will be doing a review this Sunday. The way I'm actually going to do it is I'm mostly just praying that they're not going to release any kind of trailers and stuff for the next episode that Sunday. Because it would really, like, honestly, it would really suck to have to do a video on that trailer that day when people aren't going to be able to watch even episode 1 really until the week after, right? Like imagine that, like that's where it's a little tricky, right? Because obviously I'll have to break down that episode 2 trailer, but I'm breaking down the episode 2 trailer before you even watch episode 1. So it's going to be weird. And then the following Sunday, if they release episode 3's trailer, you'll be watching episode 1 just that night, right? On August 22nd. So I'm kind of praying that they don't release the trailers, because I think if they release the trailers right away, like just release the trailers online. I think that would be really awesome, honestly. I think most of you guys would really appreciate that. And I think I definitely would too, because it's going to be weird. And I will prioritize, like for sure, I will be prioritizing the Sundays as well. I'm going to be doing my spoiler reviews when the episode releases, but I'm also going to be doing like a very, very in-depth like review and explanation of the episode. And I'll release that once the episode is aired on TV. And so, yeah, I'm really excited for that. What I also will be doing this Sunday is watch parties. That's kind of what I'm looking into right now. So what that means is as soon as it's like midnight or whatever, it depends on where you live, but we're going to do a live stream, and I obviously can't show the episode or anything like that, but we're going to be doing like this watch party where I'm just going to watch the episode, and all you guys will see is just my face, just literally that is it. And so that could be boring, and I know there's going to be people coming in and being like, what is this? But I've seen people do watch parties for other shows, and it seems like it's a lot of fun. You'll have to stay up late because we're literally like we're going to be watching it the second it drops on AMC Plus. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that it's going to be a little different this year. Like we're going to do it like that, but we're also like, again, like on August 22nd when it actually comes out, so in 13 days, we're also still going to make a big deal about that episode when it does release, because most of you guys, like the majority of you guys, are going to be watching it then, right? So anyways, I just wanted to put that out there, but let's actually get into the reviews here. So first, make sure to be a subscriber if you do want more Walking Dead content like this, because the show is coming back in 13 days. I also really enjoyed doing I was on Twitch last night, the Walking Dead Universe's Twitch channel, for their show Save Your Fave. I actually had a lot of fun doing that. I wasn't really sure what to expect when I went on there, because I've watched one episode of the show, but I wasn't really entirely sure. It was a bit different. Like I gotta admit, it was a little bit different, but eventually I settled in a little bit, and it was fun. I was super happy to join. I was excited that they actually asked me to come on, and yeah, if you haven't checked it out yet, I really recommend checking out their Twitch channel, because they do have a lot of great stuff on there. At least when I was on there, they were talking about doing like fake scripts for The Walking Dead and stuff like that. There was some other fun things on there that they were going to be doing, some Wes Craven stuff and all that. So yeah, super cool. I really recommend you guys go and check that out. But let's get into this here. So TV Fanatic, and again, I haven't even read this review yet, so I'm literally going to be giving you guys my fresh opinion on this as I'm going through this. But this is the first thing that they had to say here. They said there comes the point in every show when they overstay their welcome. But if the first handful of episodes of The Walking Dead season 11 are any indication, the series is saving the best for last. The show changed. Actually, you know what? Let's just stop there. First of all, hearing that is really cool, because for years, all I've been hearing is like, oh, The Walking Dead is still on. People still watch the show. And like, yes, obviously people still watch the show. And it's so cool to actually see someone point that out someone who's watched the first episodes of the final season, because it really doesn't feel like they've been on too long, because so many shows go for 10 or 11 seasons or more, like 13, 14, 15 seasons. So many shows do. There's a lot of shows that go on, like Friends is literally 10 seasons. Big Bang Theory was like 10. Like there's so many shows that are on way too long, like Grey's Anatomy and stuff, that are on until what was it, season 15 or something? This is only season 11. This makes perfect sense, to be honest. It's ending where the comic ends. It's perfect. And the fact that they said that they're saving the best for last, I mean, obviously we gotta wait to see, we gotta watch the final season, but that's such an encouraging start here. The show changed for the better when Angela Kang took over on The Walking Dead Season 9, employing a much darker tone than before, and while the final 6 episodes of The Walking Dead Season 10 were hit and miss, there was still a lot to love about them. Yeah, and I will say that the final 6 episodes, I mean, that's the bonus episodes you're including in that. I don't include those in Season 10. To me, Season 10 ends with episode 16. Those bonus episodes were just extra stuff, extra character stuff. I like some of them, and I also hate some of them. So, or not hate, but like I'm not a fan of some of them, because hate's a strong word. But season 10 overall, I think fits in really well with season 9, and I prefer season 9 over season 10 because there's just a lot of really fun stuff there with Rick. There's a lot of really cool things there with the beginnings of the Whisperer arc and all of that. But I do like what he was saying there. So far, that's right. But let's go into some of the actual stuff where he does talk about the episode. He does say that Lauren Cohen is back at the center of the show as Maggie, and one of the things that sticks out about her return is that she's changed considerably. And I'm interested in that, because honestly, whenever they say characters are going to change, you don't notice it too much. To me, you only really notice when characters change after they do really drastic and huge things, like Gabriel, right? When he went and killed Dante, and the way he did as well, it was just a signal. Yeah, Gabriel changed quite a bit. But I would also say too that like a lot of, when characters do change initially, it's a lot of like rewatching stuff and kind of overanalyzing things, right? Then you start to see, oh, this character is doing this now. Once you start to read into things a little bit, then things start to change a lot. But that's why I'm really interested in what he said, because if it does actually pop out a lot that Maggie is different, then I'm interested in how much that narrative is going to change in terms of how she's going to explore the whole thing with Negan, right? Is she going to react really fast and just want to kill him? I don't know. I mean, maybe being a mother changed a lot of that, right? Because it is possible that she has just changed so much. Going through some more of this review here, it does seem like he doesn't want to get into spoiler territory, which is good. I like when people do keep their non-spoiler reviews very, very simple and don't, because like some people will give non-spoiler reviews, but they actually will be pretty spoilery, and I hate that because I'm reading it. It says, oh, it's non-spoilery, and then you start to read it, and then it's spoilery. But this review wraps up with the plot advances swimmingly, and it seems as if the show knows it's wrapping up these plots because it moves through them quicker than before. If you've fallen off the Walking Dead train over the years, now would be the perfect time to get back on. The show is in fighting form, and you're going to want to watch these episodes the moment they are available. Which, yeah, obviously I'm really excited for this. And I'll leave a link down below to this article. I did skip over quite a bit. But yeah, I think this is a good sign. I think the fact that they said that, they get to the point quicker with some of the stories, I think that is really important with the final season. You don't want it to feel like it's dragging. And I think that's one of those things that, I mean, they've never really encountered ever in the Walking Dead universe at all on any of the shows is ending something like that. And, there is a possibility of just kind of keeping the same pacing until the last couple of episodes and then ending it really fast, which I think would feel like it just ended way too fast. And obviously, we're still not anywhere near the end, so that is possible with certain arcs, and that is something we'll talk about once the third part comes out late next year. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely really good news, and it seems like for the most part, all of the reviews out there are that these first 2 episodes are like the best. These episodes are just amazing, and I don't mean the best like they're the best ever. I don't mean it like that, but they're just like they're great. They're really great episodes, so I'm excited. But I also wanted to talk about the Rick movies here a little bit, and Gail Ann Hurd, she gave an explanation as to why they're taking so long, and this is what she had to say. This is from comicbook.com. I'll leave a link down below to the full article, but this is what she had to say. When the series itself has such a large scope, you have to make sure that the scope of the film matches the demand of a theatrical audience with the nuanced characters that people come to expect from the TV series. And that is definitely something that Norman Reedus touched on recently. Like, he did talk about the fact that these movies are changing scope quite a bit. And I think that's one of the things that they're wrestling with. Like, are we going to make this this big movie franchise, or are we going to do like this cinematic universe, but we're going to have television shows in there with movies as well? I do think, like, when you're looking at what Marvel's doing right now with all the television shows, I feel like The Walking Dead could do that. You could do some movies if you want to. I literally have no issues with the movies, but you could also still rely on your television shows to build up the universe, because that's kind of what The Walking Dead's been doing for years with Fear and The Walking Dead, right? And Marvel's just starting to do that now, right? Because they were doing movies before, and now they're doing a lot of television shows. So I think they might as well stick with what they're doing. Do the movies as well, because I think people really want the Rick movies and stuff. But the Rick movies, I think, could be more of, that's how you tell Rick's story, and eventually you can have Daryl and him on the show, but just kind of keep it like that. But yeah, this is a small update, so that's why I wanted to add it to the end of the video here. I mean, there's not a lot here to really read into, other than they're just really trying to get down the scope of the movies and what the Rick Grimes movies are actually going to mean in the end. But I'm going to leave it here. Post our thoughts down below. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.